Hello and welcome to the third and final piece of coverage for the Hatching Tide 2019 in-game event for Final Fantasy XIV. This time I'm looking at the housing items that you can get from the event vendor. If you go to Old Gridania next to the amphitheatre with Gilialiapo in it, where the whole event kicks off, you will actually find this vendor just outside called The Dreamer. Dreamer will sell you a number of items from the event, which are all limited time until the event ends on April 22nd, where this will no longer be obtainable. The Dreamer then sells you a spare Spriggan jacket if you want to dress your retainer up in this or something for 156 gil, magicked prism Hatching Tide firework for those of you who like fireworks, and then 3 housing items: the Archon Egg Pile for 3k, the Eccentric Crown Roast and Eccentric Chocolate Cake for 5,000 gil each. This then is what each of these items looks like in your house. The Archon Egg Pile is, as you might have guessed it, a massive pile of eggs, which is actually pretty good. It's a nice sized item, not just 1 or 2 eggs, but a whole room of them. And since the event isn't limiting the amount you can get, technically you could fill your entire house with these until your housing furniture limit, but then you'd have to be ignoring the excellence of the item and being rather shellfish. The Eccentric Crown Roast then comprised of the roast itself there, lots of little chicks around the base of that tower of meat, a fat chocobo holding what appears to be some broth or other kind of food, and little carrots dotted around the plate, and finer Hatching Tide related themes abound. It's a food item, so if you ate all of this it would basically be 2 empty plates on a placemat, so probably best not to eat them then. And finally, the Eccentric Chocolate Cake, featuring a large chocolate cake on a stand with Easter eggs everywhere, chocolate bunnies of various flavours, macaroons, and many other treats scatter the table, including an Easter basket on the right there full with more chocolate eggs, which you'd probably get quite sick from eating all of this. Celebrating Easter really isn't Easter unless you get really sick from eating too much chocolate. Or maybe that's just me in my childhood, but yeah, it looks delicious and I quite fancy one of those bunnies, especially the white chocolate one. It looks absolutely delicious and adorable, but mostly delicious. And that wraps up the event rewards this time around that you can purchase from the vendor. I have a video on how to do the event itself if you got stuck, and the glamour set preview on the channel as well if that interests you. But for now, thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you all next time.